What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another election prediction video. This one's going to be on the governor elections of 2022 coming up in November for the midterms and how I think each state's going to swing. I did a pretty similar video about a month ago on the same topic, but with new recent polling data and stuff, I think it's pretty important that we kind of discuss specific states more than others. Not that like every state's important, but I think there are some other states that are more contested than others that I think are important and worth talking about. And I want to apologize for the lack of content. I've had no ideas for any sort of political videos. So if you guys have ideas, I'd like to hear them in the comment section below. We're going to go ahead and start with the safe Democrat states, which that's not working. Oregon's more of a likely blue. We got safe Democrat states or safe blue states for California. We got Colorado. We got Illinois. We got Maine, got New Hampshire, New Jersey's already blue, got Maryland, Connecticut, Rhode Island. In regards to safe blue, that's probably about it. Now we're gonna go to safe Republican states. That's Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee. Arkansas especially because Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been performing pretty well there, and I think she's going to have a pretty tremendous impact in that state. We got Iowa. I'm going to normally I wouldn't characterize Florida as a safe red state, but I think it's pretty important considering how favored Ron DeSantis is of winning down there. So I think that's probably pretty important to note. And South Carolina. And those are probably the safest, or the safe red states that, I think I can consider as safe red. Now let's go to likely blue. I'm going to characterize more of this as a lean blue. Well, I'm not, I guess I'm going to just do what I think, like, kind of get my opinion on everything. So we're going to go ahead and kind of just fill out the map here. I'm going to put Arizona as I think it was tilt red in the other video. It might have been lean red, but if it was lean red, I'm gonna keep it that way. And I'll discuss why here in a second. I'm gonna put Texas I'm gonna put it as safe red. Now I've noticed other content creators putting it as likely red. I believe it is safe red. I believe there's a big enough margin that will allow Greg Abbott to keep his seat, and I'm not too concerned with the state of Texas. We're gonna put New Mexico as a lean blue state because it's New Mexico. It generally goes hand in hand with Colorado. But Ohio is likely red. Alabama is definitely a red state, and we're gonna put Georgia as I'm gonna put it as a likely red state for right now. I think it was tilt red in the other video, but I'm gonna put it as not likely, lean red, and I'll kind of explain why here in a second. New York, of course, is safe Democrat, and I think Massachusetts is going to be more of a likely, or as a lean blue state. I keep saying likely. It's a lean blue state unless you get a Larry Hogan type candidate, because I think it was Larry Hogan that went from Massachusetts. It was either Massachusetts or Maryland. Anyways, and then Vermont, kind of the same ordeal. I don't believe that they're going to have a red governor in this part of the country. And then when it goes to Pennsylvania, I'm going to put it as a tilt red and versus a tilt blue, just because Republicans have been performing surprisingly pretty well in Pennsylvania. And I think with everything going on with the current national environment, especially with the president not being very well liked, the approval rating of him is some of the lower percentages that we've seen in kind of a long while. And his disapproval rating is higher than his approval rating, which is not a good look for a president. It's not a good look, especially when you're going into the midterms. And I noticed that a lot of Democrats are kind of pulling away from Joe Biden, even aren't going to vote Republican. And so when it comes to states like Wisconsin, I'm also going to put this as tilt red. I believe that it's more likely the state's going to go red than it is blue, but it's one of those states I wouldn't be surprised if it went blue. But I think it's more likely to go kind of tilt red. And kind of the same thing with Michigan. I don't think Gretchen Whitmer is going to win her seat. She is not liked whatsoever in that state. And her polling data, especially recent data, has been showing her that she's not exactly very low, if I recall correctly. I may be wrong on that, but from what I understand, Gretchen Whitmer is not well liked in Michigan. And Alaska, I'm going to put a safe red because it's Alaska. Hawaii safe blue as always. And Nevada, I'm going to go ahead and put as a likely red state. So this is kind of where we have the map here at 29, 21, 29 Republicans, 21 Democrats. Now, like I said, there's a couple states I said I wanted to focus on more in comparison to other states. Let's take a look at, I think the first one I have here is Arizona, and I do not know why I cannot see the politics, or the, not the politics, but the polling data now. Alright, so I kind of figured out, I just had to delete, not delete, but disable my ad blocker. And the only reason why your screen looks a little bit different now is just because there's a bunch of ads in the background, and I don't want them taking up the majority of the screen. But when we take a look at the current Republican primary, Kari Lake leads pretty much ahead of everyone by double digits. So, if I'm going to be honest, I believe that Kari Lake's going to be the one to get the nominee. I do not believe Ducey is going to. I don't even know if he's seeking re-election. I don't think he is. He might be, but if he is, I don't think in regards to the Republican primary he'll be, favored to win. I really just don't believe that. And Kari Lake tends to be doing pretty well over her Democratic governor candidates, so I'm not too concerned for the most part. Now let's take a look over here at Texas, or sorry, this is Georgia. My bad. I just want to take a look at Georgia real quick, just because we can kind of see who's in the lead here. If we take a look, pretty recently, we can see that Kemp was ahead of Purdue, and then after Purdue's endorsement and with Jones dropping out of the race, Purdue is catching up and actually is ahead of Brian Kemp. Now, if you look at the data here, it says that there we go. Let's take a look at this first section here. If it was Kemp versus Abrams, Kemp is more likely or is favored to win over Abrams. Now, there's only a couple data shows, but it's still two's better than none. Kemp doesn't lead by that big of a margin, but then we have Purdue here, who also leads ahead of Abrams. So in regards to that, with the way the polling data has kind of presented itself as, I can actually fix this real quick. If I just do that, there. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Georgia, I believe, is likely to go red. I don't see it going Democrat. And then you have Texas, which I would have considered likely red at another point. However, taking a look at the polling data with Beto O'Rourke versus Greg Abbott, the probably most recent poll as of January 31st, Abbott leads by over double digits. 29th plus 5, however, December 8th, it was, he's double digits. So I don't see Beto O'Rourke at all winning, and because he's likely to win by double digits right now, as of this most recent poll, I am categorized it as safe red. Oregon is a pretty unique election. I still think Oregon will go blue, but there's still a possibility it'll go red with it being a three-way election, or three-way race, excuse me. If you guys are kind of curious on why I believe it is a three-way race, I will go ahead and leave a link to the top right-hand corner below, or top right-hand corner above. You can go ahead and click that. That'll take you right to the Oregon video and explain why I believe Oregon has the possibility of going red and why, in my opinion, I believe it would make more sense to me it going red than blue, if the specific conditions for Mark Thielman are met. If they're not met, it's more likely to go blue. So in the general topic, I believe I categorize it as a likely blue, but if the conditions are met, I characterize it as lean red. Very interesting, and I seem to be the only one that has this opinion on YouTube or something right now. And I'm not saying I am the only one, but I haven't seen any other videos showing this sort of contrast. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm going to end the video. I'm just make it quick, make it short, straight to the point, bringing you guys to what should be politics 5 days a week. I just need more ideas, and then I will try and get out videos as I can, do the research I need to do, and get those videos out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean a lot if you guys have any disagreements or you agree or have differing opinions, I'd love to hear in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. And thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more political content coming your guys' way.